In this video, we're going to be solving some special cases of first-degree inequalities. Example 1, we have -7 is less than 2 minus x is less than or equal to 4. And so the first thing we want to do is we're going to be breaking these apart into two inequalities that we're going to be solving. And so it would look like this. And so I'm going to solve the first one on the left first. And so it's a two-step inequality, and so I am going to have to move my +2 to the left side of my equation to get it with my -7. And so since it's positive, I'm going to subtract 2 on both sides. My 2 and -2 are going to cancel on my right, and then I do -7 minus 2, which is going to give me -9, and I'm bringing down my inequality is less than -x. Now there is a number in front of x, it's a -1, and it's being multiplied, so to undo multiplication, I have to divide both sides by -1. And when I do that, there is a rule when you divide or multiply by a negative number with inequalities, you have to flip the inequalities, so it becomes 9 is greater than x. Now I'm going to move to my inequality on the right, and I'm got to move my 2 again, and I'm going to subtract 2 on both sides. And so when I do that, my 2 and -2 are going to cancel on my left. Bring down my -x is going to be less than or equal to 2, because 4 minus 2 is 2. Now there is still a -1 in front of my x, and it's being multiplied, so I have to divide both sides by -1. And when I do that, same rule applies. I have to, since I'm dividing by a negative number, I have to flip the inequality. And so I'm going to end up with x is greater than or equal to -2, because 2 divided by -1 is -2. Now to combine the answer, I am going to put it in order, and make sure that my inequalities are lined up correctly. And so the -2 is going to go first, and it's less than or equal to x is less than 9. And so you need to make sure that the alligator is eating the 9, which it is, and the alligator is eating the x when it comes to the -2. And so you're good there. And so now I'm going to graph it on a number line. And so in order to do that, I'm going to, since there is a line underneath the inequality where -2 is, it's going to be a filled hole in at -2. And then at 9, since it's just strictly less than and not equal to, so there's no line, there's going to be an open circle at 9. And so x lies in between those two numbers, and so that's what the graph would look like. All right, let's look at example 2. We have 2x minus 5 is less than or equal to 2x minus 5. And so this is a multi-step equation. I'm going to solve for x, and so I'm actually going to move my variable 2x first. And so when I do that, I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides. Well, what ends up happening is my variable goes away, and I'm left with -5 is less than or equal to -5. This is a true statement because -5 is equal to -5, and so it's always true. And so my answer when it comes to inequalities that look like this is going to be all real numbers. All right, let's look at example 3. The last example, we have 2x minus 5 is less than or equal to 2x minus 6. So I'm moving my variable first, and so it's a positive 2x, so I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides. Once again, my variables are going to cancel, and I'm left with -5 is less than or equal to -6. This is not true, and so because it's not true, then my answer is actually going to be no solution.